We're back in business. So finally, we need to copy the contents back over. So we need to make bucket 0 of temp go into bucket begin of AR. Bucket 1 of temp go into bucket begin plus 1 of AR. Make sense? Bucket 2 of temp go into bucket begin plus 2 of AR. Making sense? So our loop ends, this is the end of the for loop right here. Now copy the contents of temp back into AR between begin and end. AR at bucket begin plus I is equal to temp at bucket I. Make sense? So that'll copy it back into the original array. And remember, we're working with everything up here in memory. Everything up in real memory. Okay, so, and we've put a lot of comments in here, that's why it seems a little longer than I advertised. This? That's good. So here I'm going to put another end of for loop. That's where that guy is. And this is end of merge sort helper. Actually, is that? That's not end of merge sort helper. That's end of if statement. For, let's say, not being a one list. And this is end of merge sort helper. All right, makes sense? So, that should be merge sort helper, which gets initially called by merge sort, passing it the initial begin and the initial end, which we originally called from merge sort up here. So for starters, I'm going to comment these out. Let's just print out our original array, which should not be sorted. Okay, that's our original array that's not sorted. And I want to do some pretty printing stuff. Just put in some separating lines so we know where it begins and ends. Did you guys say you're confused?
No. I had a line of code that was stuck at the bottom of my screen that would move with it whenever I scrolled.
Okay.
So it looked like it was at random places in my code.
Oh, I see. So it's an Eclipse bug.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, so our code right now should just create an array, fill it up with some crap. Then it should just display that unsorted array. Just testing to make sure that part works. Okay, unsorted. All right, now we're going to call sort and call display array. So now we're taking bets. Will this work the first time? Do you trust our planning? Oliver, think no?
Yes. Yes, we trust it.
We need somebody to collect the cash.
I collect the cash if I keep %.
Keep it well, that broker fee.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
70%
70% off the top?
Brokers,
Even Apple doesn't take that. Apple takes 30%.
brokers, man, got you.
See, that was really where Apple made some really smart. See, Apple's we were talking about bullying this morning. Apple's a bully. With the when the iPad started becoming a major device, especially with news reading and stuff like that. And I don't know if you guys remember from the Wall Street Journal, Apple had so people wanted to start reading their publications, not in paper format. They wanted to read it on the iPad, right? Well, so Apple made a rule that if you wanted to have an app on the iPad, you wanted to have an app in their ecosystem on their app store, and you offered a subscription, you had to offer at least as good of a deal inside the iPad as you did external to the iPad. So you could either go to Wall Street Journal, their website, and subscribe to the Wall Street Journal, get their app, and then log into the app with your subscription. Or you could download the Wall Street Journal app and subscribe through the app, which is more convenient, right? Then Apple takes 30% of that subscription fee.
Just through the app.
Huh?
Through the app.
Through the app. But in order for Wall Street Journal to be on there, they had to allow people to subscribe through the app at least the same deal as they could get external to the app. So they were relying on the convenience of getting the app, people subscribing to Wall Street Journal through the app, of which case Apple got 30% cut for every subscriber to the Wall Street Journal for every person that subscribed through the iPad. Now attach that to all the other news publications that are out there.
Apple's bank.
No wonder they have such a solid war chest. Okay, interesting. But, you know, Google didn't do that initially, but they do now. It's like, wait a minute, that kind of makes sense. So I could take other people's good ideas, and if they want to play on our platform, I could take a cut of their business? Cool. All right, so you're collecting the cash, you said?
Yeah.
All right. All right, so we're hoping that all of our hard picture drawing and planning and stuff like that worked from over here. And if it didn't, we're going to have to go back and debug this. There's the original. There's the new one sorted. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just make sure we didn't lose any values. Let's make sure it works on odd number size lists.
Why are there 2 zeros?
Because there were originally 2 zeros.
You put the second 0 in to make it an odd list.
Yeah.
There's not.
Okay. Now, an interesting little thing that I learned in school for testing your sorting algorithms is sorting zeros and ones. So if you could sort zeros and ones, you can sort anything. That's the idea. So I'm going to go ahead and create a random object here. And our array is actually going to be a new int array of size 50. And we'll go ahead and fill up AR with a random number between 0 and 1. So this will fill it up with a bunch of zeros and ones. Okay? Then we'll display it, sort it, display it again. So we should now be sorting a bunch of zeros and ones. Oh, what did I do? What did I do?
You gotta set an A, R, and I to that.
Oh, thank you. I was testing you. Unfortunately, you didn't catch me before I hit play, so you fail.
I totally wanted you to fail.
So there's the original, zeros and ones, and the new one. Bunch of zeros followed by a bunch of ones.
At that time.
What's up?
We just wanted to watch it fail.
He noticed. I told him no.
Really?
I was like, yeah.
That's not very nice.
Bill Larkin.
Okay, so questions about any of that? Now, I'm going to give you this code as a starting point.
Sort decimals.
You wish it was sort decimals. Sort decimals would be trivial. You wouldn't have to change anything. You really wouldn't have to change anything. This array, this code right now, All I'd have to change is my display array to take a decimal array, a double array in instead of an int array, and then fill an array of doubles. The algorithm already works because we're comparing primitives. But for you guys, special,
Very strange.
got to sort strings. Now, you do happen to already have a method for comparing two strings, right? So remember I had you write bubble sort to compare strings. So now you're going to modify merge sort to compare two strings. Should not be difficult. Should not be difficult. In fact, I'll even give you a hint. You want a hint?
Yeah.
Besides changing your display method to display an array of strings and filling your array with some strings, I would probably just, create an array of 10 strings, cat, dog, elephant, blah, blah, blah. Besides those two things, the only thing you're going to have to change in the code is in the merge step.
Only thing.
And actually, the only part of the merge step you're going to have to change is right there. How do I compare one string to another string? Up here, these are all just comparing positions. Those are still numbers, right? It's entirely possible you could finish this assignment in less than 10 minutes. But I want you to spend 5 hours, and I want you to cry. And I want you to send me a picture, better a video of you crying.
So is the problem with
So does the video have to be turned in with the homework?
So, shut up! Shut up! We got a question that might help you. Go ahead.
Did you have it at the else if right there, or was it at the if down below right there?
Where you need to fix it?
Yeah.
I got to do your homework for you again? Right here. Where we're comparing whatever's at the left to whatever's at the right. Where we're actually comparing, in this case, two integers. In this case, in our assignment, we're going to be comparing two strings. All right? Remember, Bible study today. Whatever room it's in. What's it, terrace room? Terrace room. Just go to the cafeteria, sign in, get a free lunch, take it down to the terrace room, and enjoy Pastor Smith's Bible study. Bring your speed reading app. All right, I have to upload 2 videos.